What's going on, guys? Alex Eubank, team bodybuilder. Only for one more month. I turn 20 next month. Happy birthday, me. So today's video is going to be a questions, like a Q&A. I put a poll thing up on Instagram, asked people to ask me questions to answer in this video. So I'm going to go through all of them really quick. This is actually the second time I'm recording this. It was way too long and I looked like a bum. I had a hoodie on, all that. So I'm redoing it. I'm also going to go over some frequently asked questions that I get on TikTok and Instagram and my DMs a lot. First question, Landon Isaac, how much protein is too much? All right, so I talked to one of my doctors about this, and he told me that like if you eat too much protein, all that happens is like you pee it out, it gets processed through like your kidneys or whatever, and you pee it out. I have heard that it could like harm your kidneys if you have too much protein, but you know, obviously my doctor didn't say that, so I'm gonna, you know, but I do recommend having a gram of protein per pound of body weight. So I weigh 180 pounds, so I definitely recommend having, for me, I get like 180 grams of protein. So just turn your pounds into grams and do that. Do you think Anthony Mantello will become an IFBB pro? I absolutely think he will become an IFBB pro, and I think that it will happen very soon. He's very talented, you know, already sponsored by Gymshark. He's a rising athlete, insane physique. He's got great conditioning. He knows what he's doing. He looks amazing, way better than me. Yeah, 100% think that he's gonna become an IFBB pro soon. Carlos, what's up, bud? He said, can I come train with you? As soon as this quarantine stuff starts, you know, chilling out a little bit, my dad's really strict about it. We definitely can get a little workout in. I see you on your story doing a lot of boxing and soccer stuff, so love that. Keep that going, bud. How often should I train my biceps and like triceps, so arms? Twice a week and hit about 20 sets per week. I've talked about this in multiple videos. They're smaller muscle groups, so they don't need as much attention, but 20 sets per week. You either split that all into 1 day or 2 days. Dogs of the world, what's your fave dog name? Kita. That's my dog's name. I got a pit bull and her name's Kita. Jesse Cuttajar, what was the one thing that you feel boosted your physique the most? Learning how to do pump training the right way. You know, first I was trying to like focus on building, you know, strength and focusing on lifting big. The biggest thing for physique, I think, at least it's worked for me, is pump training, meaning I focus on the stretch, the contraction, time under tension, getting like that blood flow going, really contracting the muscle instead of just lifting heavy weight. I'm not that strong of a person when it comes to what I would look like I would be. I recommend you look into pump training and like pre-exhaustion techniques and stuff like that. It's awesome. I love that. Yeah, I'm gonna go through these kind of quick because the first video I tried recording this, it was a long video, so I'm gonna be going through these a lot faster. Nick Biscardi, taking 5 grams creatine monohydrate a day. What are the supplements you recommend for growth? So I just had a video on supplements. For me, I think the biggest things, creatine's great. Get yourself some whey and then some BCAA's essential amino acid mix. So I just got 2 new things for that. Get yourself some type of essential amino mix. It's got BCAA's in it, like leucine, valine, and all that, but also it's got like all your essential amino acids in it, and then drink it during your workout. And then after your workout, have whey. Those are like the 2 biggest things that I take and I highly recommend taking. Jesse Cuttajar, how did you build such a good physique so fast? I wouldn't say so fast. It's almost been 4 years. I've always been like an athletic type of person. You know, I played football and stuff like that. Genetics plays a big role. Newbie games plays a big role. You know, your first 2 years, you're going to build the most amount of muscle. Just be consistent. The biggest thing is staying consistent. Not falling off track, like, you know, working out for a few months and then stopping for a few weeks. You got to be consistent. That's what I've been doing. Robert Posner, I do an arm workout video. I will do one soon. I have an old one, but it's not good quality. I'll have to do another one. Michael, when did you stop getting newbie gains? Again, about 1.5 to 2 years, you'll stop getting your newbie gains. You can still build muscle. It's just going to be exponentially decreasing as you every year goes on after your training. The first year or 2 is going to be like the biggest amount of potential for growth. This guy asked, is it okay if I cut my first year? Am I better off bulking to take better advantage of newbie gains? Highly recommend bulking. First, get yourself down to like a 12% body fat to where you're relatively lean. You can kind of see your like 6-pack and stuff like that. Then focus on having like a long bulking period. That's what I recommend, especially if you're like in your teens. I get frequently asked questions. I get so many questions from people in high school and teenagers that are like, I want to get lean, like I want to show my abs, and like they just want to focus on getting cut. But like your biggest thing when you're growing in that stage, the most important thing you can do to get a good physique is build, bulk, and build that quality muscle. That's what I did throughout my high school years. I wasn't the most cut up person, but I was real bulked up and built that really good foundation. So once I graduated, I was able to cut down and show off all that hard-earned muscle that I put on in those bulking years. So I definitely recommend bulking. Robert Posner, are pull-ups considered sets in my back shoulder day? Because I know I need 30 for back, 20 for delts. 30 for back seems a lot in 1 day, unless you're splitting that up into like the 2, like 15 1 day and then 15 later on in the week. For pull-ups, I would say anything that like is not too intense, I cut in half. So my pre-exhaustion techniques, like chest flies, if I do 4 sets, I'll count that as like 2 sets. So if you're doing like 4 sets of pull-ups, I would count that as like 2 sets, going towards like your total set count. Sam Wolf, sets and reps for aesthetics. When it comes to aesthetics, you got to focus on pump training. So I'm talking about time under tension. We're talking about metabolic stress, focusing on the stretch contraction. Rep counts, I go from like 5 to 15, so I'll change it up. You know, it's good to change it up, lift heavy sometimes, but really focus on making sure the muscle that you're using, that's the biggest thing when it comes to aesthetics. Sets, 30 for chest and back and legs, 20 for biceps, triceps, and shoulders for a week. Like, a whole week span, make sure you're getting that number in for that. That's like the adequate amount of volume. I got a video on that on my page somewhere. Arsalan asks, cheapest equipment for bench and squat. I have no idea. My dad bought the stuff. We used stuff that he had when he was younger. Just get your simplest, most bench, and you can do a lot of stuff with it. Just get a barbell. There's a lot of free weight movements you can do. I built a lot of my physique off of free weights. Hanny, what's the best tip you can give to someone working out at 14? That's real young. I recommend doing calisthenics. Focus on doing body weight movements only until you're like 16. That's kind of what I did. Look up Bar Brothers. They're a great organization, awesome people. They got me into working out because I love them a lot, watching their stuff. So tips, get into calisthenics before you start building muscle with weights. Dylan Gordon, what's your favorite workout? Working out back. I love working out my back. I just have a great mind-muscle connection with my back. I really can focus on the stretch and the contraction with it. It's one of my strong points when it comes to my physique, so definitely back. Sebastian Pineda, bulking season and cutting season, yes. I mean, I'm guessing you're telling me I do that. Yeah, I do that. Bulking seasons, cutting seasons, they're great. I don't really like to focus on building muscle and losing fat at the same time because I feel like it's possible, but it's very hard. I think it's better just to focus on bulking in that off season and the cutting when it's closer to summer. Kieran Pope, how do you lose belly fat and gain muscle at home? So you can't spot reduce fat. You just have to get a lower body fat percentage overall and gain muscle at home. Well, I've got a 4-week calisthenics program, which means it's only your body weight, in my Instagram bio. So look at Alex_Eubank 15, which is, you already have my Instagram. And I got a program in my highlights. I've got a 4-week one, I got an 8-week one with weights. So they're both free, so you can check that out. Damon Treat 3, what's your biggest motivation? My biggest motivation now is myself. When I go through my Snap highlight or my Snap memories and I see like 2-3 years ago, like where I was and where I am now, and like knowing the consistency and the hard work I put in, that kind of motivates me to keep going. Once you start seeing the progress when you're lifting, that's what keeps you going, because you don't want to lose it. You want to keep progressing. Because we as human beings, we love progression. That's why we do things like working out. That's why we always want to get a promotion in our job. We like having progression. So definitely that. But in the beginning, I watched a lot of motivational videos on YouTube, like Rocky, Dwayne Johnson, Pain and Gain, stuff like that. So look up motivational speeches that are for working out. Jack Maleo 1. Hydrolized whey versus regular. I don't know too much about that. I've heard it's good, but I think just any type of whey is going to do you fine. There's a lot of marketing things out there just to make it sound better. But I don't think it matters really. Lewis_T_16, how much body fat do you have? I'm probably around 12 to 13%. I'm lean, but I'm not like super cut. I was gonna get cut up for the beach, but I'm gonna wait until me and my dad end up going to Virginia Beach later this summer or whatever, and I'll cut before then. Try to get down to like 11. How do you gain weight but still keep defined abs? A lot of that is on your body fat distribution. We all store fat in different parts of our body. My buddy Brandon, he's got a great YouTube channel, awesome guy. He's got super shredded legs. Man holds like no fat in his legs at all. On me, on the other hand, I hold a lot of fat in my legs. I don't really get vascular there at all. But Brandon gets completely vascular. So it's all, your genetics. Also, it's how much you go into a surplus. If you're going too much, you're going to get more fat than you are muscle. So you got to watch that. Mac Markovich, how would you split up the importance of diet and training to gain mass? For mass, I'm going to say it's like 70 weights, 30 diet. For cutting, it's going to be like the opposite, 70 diet, 30 for weights, because when you're kind of putting on muscle, you need to be feeding yourself like calories, but it's going to be easier to kind of get extra surplus in because I'm kind of dirty bulk a little bit. I don't see a big problem with that as long as you're not going crazy with it, but then the training needs to be on point. You need to be going to failure, you need to be working hard, drop sets, supersets, all stuff like that to really force your body to grow. So definitely I think training is more important than diet when it comes to bulking. How you stay lean? Lower sugar, try not to keep snacks in the house just so I have a lower diet. I use sugar-free gum for sugar cravings, coffee. I got a video called How to Get a Six-Pack. It's got fat loss tips in there, stuff like that, little things. Every little thing helps in abs. Hope you're having a good day despite everything going on. Thank you, appreciate it, you too. DYLZ.A, how did you get your home gym? Who bought it? How long have you had it and why? So my dad had a bunch of equipment already from when he was growing up working out that we had. We got a whole bunch of new stuff updated for Christmas. That was like my Christmas present. So That's how I got that. My dad got it for me, and we use the home gym. I like the home gym more than going to an actual gym, just because I like being in my own element. I'm an introvert. I love blasting my own music, working out with my shirt off, you know, not having to worry about what, you know, I can do supersets easily, all that stuff. It's just a different type of vibe when you work out in your own home gym, and I love it. J Money McVeigh too, Joey, he said, "Are you gay?" No, I am not. I'm sorry, Joey. I know that you have expressed your feelings for me at work and stuff, but I'm not like that. If any of you guys happen to be gay or like men or little boys, definitely hit up my boy Joey. He's got low standards, so it'd be really easy to kind of hit him up. So definitely go after that. He definitely will, you know, take you on, and he'll give you a good time for sure. So definitely hit up Joey McVeigh. Great guy. Muhammad Kiru, how long you been working out, and when did you start seeing good results? Been working out almost 4 years. In like August, it'll be like 4 years. I started seeing good results about a year into it. Is really when I could tell that I had kind of good genetics, and I was seeing my like strong points in my body, and you can see my transformation video, and probably about a year. Jesse Cuttajar, how tall are you? I'm 5'10". So yeah. Clay underscore L21. Do you plan on doing a bodybuilding show? Yes, but I'm not going to be a bodybuilder. I plan on being a fitness influencer and have my own gym and stuff like that, but I do want to do at least one bodybuilding show in my lifetime. Hopefully I can get like Coach Greg, be my coach, that'd be lit. Typical Jalen, weight. I weigh about 180 right now in the morning. Nick Miller CV, biggest tips for cutting. Cutting out sugars, cutting out dairy. Intermittent fasting is great, doing some fasted cardio, stuff like that. I've got a video for like how to get a six-pack again, has fat loss tips, but simple stuff like that. I like doing intermittent fasting. I'm doing that now more because I sleep in so late, so that's my intermittent fasting. But yeah, how much do you sleep? I think minimum should be 7 hours, and then maximum should be like 8.5. I don't like going anywhere over that because I've heard like some studies too much sleep can be worse for you. Zach underscore H21, do you intermittent fast when bulking? No, I do not. When I'm bulking, I try to get a meal when I wake up, either it be a protein shake or something little with protein in it. Neuro Fitness. Anyway, we're looking for reasons why people work out. I work out to look good. I don't really work out to be healthy. I work out to look good and help my confidence. So yeah. Paxton Phillips, what time of day, how long before or after a workout do you take your supplements? So I work out later in the day. I take an intra workout, meaning like amino acids, while I'm working out in the beginning of my workout, and then after workout I wait about maybe 20 minutes and I'll have like a protein shake with some type of carb source to get my glycogen levels back up. Luke Bradham, it's Luke B, how could I build my chest more? I've had trouble building that up, help please. I've got a YouTube video on how to get a bigger chest, definitely check that out. Focus on incline movements and pre-exhaustion techniques and really focusing on stretch. When are you gonna get a bra? Thanks, Lauren. I don't know. Don't know yet. Yeah. Jay Smith, what's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. That's definitely like a bot account. Okay. I get a lot of questions. How to gain weight? I'm skinny, my metabolism's too bad. One of my little tips I like is adding a tablespoon of peanut butter to every meal to kind of get extra calories in really easily. So that's always great. That's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys are staying safe during this quarantine. Again, follow me on Instagram at Eubank15 if you haven't already. Also subscribe if you haven't already, that'd be great. But yeah, today was like a more low-key video. I'll definitely try to get something else coming out later this week, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys for all the love and support. See ya.